Welcome to the second episode of the Maze Talk podcast. And while this might be shorter than the video that wasn't actually a podcast, I'm counting it as a podcast because today is the first time that we are going to go over the Big Four. The Big Four in American sports is football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. And we're going to go over the Big Four for Michigan. Football. I'm going to start off with football because this is really mainly a football podcast, but the other things are just kind of like our side chicks, basically. To start, football, no games played, but obviously some news with Mike Hart, our running back coach, his departure from Michigan. Obviously, Michigan has had some absolutely wonderful running backs past few years. Hassan Haskins, Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, that's just naming a few. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. But Mike Hart, it's going to be tough to replace a guy as good as he was at the running back coach position. But really, that's it for football. Football, we're done, and now we'll move on to our next best sport in the Big Four, which is hockey. And Michigan's hockey team has just won the Big Ten quarterfinals against Notre Dame. It was a 3-game series. First game, they won 5-4. In the second game, they won 4-3, so both 1-goal wins for the Wolverines. I'm not going to go over these sports too much, because these sports, I feel like football, it's a lot easier and quicker to get through, opposed to sports like hockey, basketball, and definitely baseball, because you've got 9 innings than that. So, but we had a 5-4 win. First period, we were up 2-1. Then we gave up 3 goals in the second period, only got 1. So now we are down 4-3, but then third period coming in clutch with 2 goals that would give Michigan the win in the first game of the quarterfinals. And then the second game in the quarterfinals, we took down Notre Dame again, and that was a final score of 4-3. So now we move on to I don't remember if it's Penn State. I think it's either Penn State, Ohio State, or Wisconsin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know as of the time that I'm filming this, Ohio State and Wisconsin are tied at 1 in that series, and I think Penn State won theirs. I don't know. Anyways, let's get basketball out of the way. Just one game to do, and we finish off a horrible season. I think our final record was 8-23. We ended the season on a loss to Nebraska, 85-70. I think that happened today, the day that I'm filming this. Well, wait, hold on. The season isn't over yet. We still have the tournament to go through, but if we make it even past the second half, like if we make it to the second half, that'd be shocking. But that basically ends our season because I know we're not getting anywhere in the tournament, the Big Ten tournament, and I don't think we will play in any. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna play in any other tournaments because we are awful. We are absolutely horrible. But at least we somehow beat a ranked team this season. We beat Wisconsin, but they have not been very good recently. And then for baseball, we have quite a few games to go over, actually. Sunday, we took a big loss to San Diego. We lost 9-1. Then Wednesday, we played Oakland. We beat them 13-5. And then we had almost an upset win over Coastal Carolina. who is currently ranked number 18. We lost 7-8 in 12 innings. And then the next few games we got beaten 19-6 and 11-6. So, yeah, not really any good happening out of baseball too. So far, we're 5-11. We're on a 3-game losing streak. So, gonna have to try and turn things around a little bit, because we are not great. Definitely not great. Definitely not good. Basketball, obviously, with the season being over. Okay, well, I keep saying it's over. It's not over, but it's basically over. And, another thing for basketball, Juwan Howard is expected to get another year at Michigan. Now, there's two things I want to say about this. One, in my opinion, it's stupid. I do not think we should have Juwan Howard as our head coach. I don't want him. I want a new head coach. But then second, a lot of Michigan fans said the same thing about Jim Harbaugh, saying get rid of him, saying he's fired, and then look where he brought us. But that's just kind of like a iffy question. I don't know, or not. It wasn't even a question. It was just saying. But yeah, I don't think we should keep him. We should get rid of him. Find a new head coach. That's really it for Michigan. For the Big Four, no real big news in college football for Michigan. Hockey's our best thing. So like right now it's probably our best thing. So it's either I don't know who we play next in the semifinals. But that would be pretty neat if we made it to the Big Ten championship. That would be nice. Yeah, so even though the video that wasn't really a podcast, because that was supposed to be like 4 minutes, but went a little longer than I thought it would. But even though the little video that wasn't a podcast was longer than this, it is still a podcast because we recapped all the sports. It's just shorter, exciting to go into stats, and I really didn't feel like going into stats because it would. I mean, the video right now is like 7 minutes. It would be like at least 30 minutes if I did stats and finished. I mean, yeah, like I said, that's really it for Michigan right now. Not really a lot going on in the program. And I think our, lacrosse team or field hockey and lacrosse are the same thing. I don't know. It was some other sport we're good at, but it's not a part of the Big Four, so I don't really pay too much attention to anything other than all these sports. But before I go off, I want to say this. This isn't really related to Michigan at all, but I found this thing a while back. It is called Kabaddi, and it might be the most energetic thing I've ever watched, other than a college football game. But it is absolutely crazy. So, like I said, this has nothing to do with Michigan, but I just thought this was cool and I wanted to share it. So it's so there's a bunch of guys on each side, and it almost looks like the court almost looks like a tennis court, and they send one guy, and the one guy has to touch all the other players on the other team, and then they have to make it back to their side of the court. So there's a half court line almost. They got to make it back to their side, and that's how you score points. And there's more to it, but since, I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now, I'm just going to cut myself off there. Anyways, yeah, that does it. Thank you for watching the Maze Talk Podcast, Episode 2. We might have, since this episode was supposed to come out Saturday, and I think this is out either Monday or it might be out today, the day that I'm recording this. But I might put a podcast out Wednesday, potentially. But that will do it. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Blue.